We came up here with an indictment. We said 2014, somebody sold our own gas turbine built by Dr. Peter Odley with River State money. Built by Dr. Peter Odley. Somebody sold it at $309 million. $309 million, not 309 million naira. $309 million. Our own gas turbine. Now, that was 2014. 2015, May 29, I was sworn in. On the 2nd or 3rd of June, I came into the office because May 29 was on a Friday. So on Monday, I came into the office. When I asked for bank statements, do you know how much was left? From $309 million? $204,000. Maybe you don't understand. Not maybe you don't understand. From $309 million to $204,000.
Did you investigate it?
Of course, it was indicted by Judicial Court of Inquiry.
Did you notify the EFCC?
Come on, I mean, it is very clear. Where have they prosecuted? The only person that prosecuted in the APC is Saraki. He was only prosecuted because he disobeyed them by going to be the Senate president.
But if
who has ever been prosecuted? Why do you waste your time? No, but we know that one day the person will be prosecuted.
But if they say, well, if you don't bring the case before us, what do you want us to do?
How many people have brought cases that have gone to charge the person to court? We have the documents we are giving to you. We even, when the people wrote to Senate, you saw how APC, national leadership came, look, if you disqualify this man, we are finished. Why were they doing that? Because part of the $309 million was part of the money used in funding the election. So they owe him that. They need to protect him. And that was what happened. And that is still what is going on today.
Now, if you say that that was the money that was used to fund the election,
part of it, yes.
Why do you then say that the money in the Osborne Towers was also part of that money?
Of course. We know how it works. I know you want to get the evidence out first. I want you to be patient, but that was part of the money that was used to sponsor APC. And that's why he said anything to APC, and they don't want to be embarrassed. Because he tells them, in fact, it was generally in the paper, when he was addressing his people against Senator Margaret Sabe, that the party cannot, that it is his prerogative to bring who will run governor in Rivers State. Because he has made so much sacrifice for the party, APC. What is the sacrifice? Because APC didn't win anything here. The sacrifice is our money was used. Our money was used for the election. Nobody can hide that fact. APC people will even tell you.
That's the inference you're making.
It's not inference. They know. They have even told us. They have even told us.
Who has told you?
Should I call their names? The APC, no APC member who even told you how he funded. You were aware when he was being hosted in Abuja. The governor of Plateau State Lalong said 70% of his money for the election was given to him by the governor of Rivers State. Then, Lalong, even on their channels, on their station, it was a live coverage. Was his father former managing director of Shell? It was Rivers State money. And that is why they cannot, in spite of everything they see wrong, because they know if they touch him, he may reveal.
Let's talk about the right things. For instance, he has said that he built 750 primary schools or secondary schools in this state. Have you built any?
You see, the problem people have is, I built. That's the problem. You know, there's this spirit of demolition that somebody has, like, he comes to a place, he thinks that school is, when you build a structure, that is school. I can tell you this. When I came on board, this state government did not assess 2-3 years of our UBEC grant. They did not assess. We had 2.8 billion lying followed with UBEC when I came on board. And if you love education as you claim, why would you not access this fund? What did we do? I called the chairman of UBEC. I'm the Subek. I said, listen, we have 2 billion naira here. We have to pay our counterpart funding of 2 billion naira, 2.8 billion. 2.8 billion is state money and 2.8 billion is federal government money. It's 5.6 billion. Aside this 5.6 billion, take it, go and make sure all the primary schools in the rural areas are being renovated and put in necessary furniture for our children to have a good environment to learn. Go and see what is happening.
Renovated?
Of course.
Because we remember
Yes.
that part of, one of the poster points, or
Yes.
one of the poster projects
Yes.
of the River State government in the
Yes.
last administration
Yes.
were the primary schools.
Oh my God, that's what, look, if I knew you would have asked this question, probably before you leave, I will give you a presentation made by his own Economic Advisory Council. His own Economic Advisory Council. In that booklet, they said that out of 560-something schools, he was able to complete about 200.
No, I thought he said he
he
finished
said-
Oh,
350.
please, I am telling you
No, that
this.
he finished 350.
Oh, I am telling you, he said that. I said, this is what we have. If I take you to the rural areas, in fact, I went to one village called the Minima Village in Opopo. Ask anybody from Minima. How many people live in Minima? You may not even get up to 20% that live in Minima. But this place was water. Of course, Opopo area. He went and built a school. I go to that place. I wasn't a governor, I was a minister. In fact, the former chief of minister, the daughter was getting married.